Hey everyone. Long-awaited PALWORLD is finally here, and this game is breaking records. Yesterday it had over 4 million copies sold and a peak player of 1.2 million players on Steam. That's not even including Game Pass. Um, for for reference, that's top 5 all-time peak players on Steam. Beating out stuff like Battlefield, World of Warcraft, Baldur's Gate, all of that. So let's talk about this game and what I think of it real quick. So, um, first impressions, awesome, especially for an early release. I know that early releases, it's kind of a good and bad thing, but I really think they got this game pretty much figured out before the early release, which is really nice to see. Um, A lot of people are hating on it because it kind of resembles Pokemon, which, sure, um, but it's really got its own twist. Obviously, a lot of people are drawn to it because, it's like Pokemon with guns or whatever, but there's a lot more to it. Um, it's kind of got like a Valheim Rust thing going on. There's a lot more survival and base building, than just a typical Pokemon style game. Um, there's a few little bugs here and there, with NPCs kind of getting caught up and taking a while to turn and attack you after you've attacked them. It's kind of easy to glitch them out a little bit. But other than that, I'm not really seeing anything that I'm hating on. Um, there's a lot of emphasis on base building, which I like. It's not just go out and catch, Pokemon or whatever, pals, sorry, and, fight them. So other cool aspects of this game are, there are kind of battles versus other humans, um, which is called the Syndicate. Um, they do attack your base every now and then, so you got to have your pals up and ready. Yeah, you can kind of, turn your pals into like slave labor, but what's really cool about the game is just kind of what I appreciate is a lot of uh, a lot of aspects of it just make it easy to play. Like there's a little bit of grindiness to it, but they make it simple. For example, when you have your all of your items, when you're in your base, all of your items in your chests count as in your inventory when you're trying to build things, when you're trying to create things, so you don't have to go pick them up. Now, if they're in a specific production thing, you do have to acquire them. But once they're all in your chests, it counts as your inventory. You don't have to put all that stuff in your inventory, which is super nice. Um, and you can mix and match the pals in your base to have them do specific things, which I really like. A lot of games just kind of make it a little bit clunky and a little bit slow. You have to go around, grab all your stuff, do everything yourself, and you're spending more time just trying to keep everything up and running than you are actually enjoying the game. But with this, you can have the pals basically run the base for you. The technology tree, I think, is fantastic. I've only gotten, so far in the game here, I think my base level is like 7 or 8 or 9 or something like that. Um, so the technology tree kind of builds up just like Valheim or something like that. Um, but there's a lot to it. It builds off of each other. You don't need to get everything, and you can progress without getting everything. Also, the items that you do need to find are not impossible to find, and they're not kind of gatekeeping you on having to grind out specific things. I'm sure later, as we get into it even deeper, it will become more like that. Um, but at least in the beginning, it's easy for anyone to pick up and play. I didn't watch any tutorials, didn't watch any streamers play this or nothing. I just picked it up, started playing, and there's a few things you got to figure out here and there. But other than that, super simple. Um, this is me playing right now. The base you're seeing, I'm just kind of throwing everything together, trying to figure it out. There's fast travels everywhere. There's no limit on fast traveling, which is super nice. Again, that's one of those kind of gatekeeping things that other games make you just run everywhere. There's none of that here. Well, obviously, you got to run to acquire those, but once you do, I mean, fast travel's instant. There's no loading to get into other areas. Um, I'm just super impressed with this. For only it was like 26 bucks, and it's on Game Pass for free. I mean, they really delivered quite a bit here for that. I've had a lot of fun with just the few hours I've played so far. Um, the pals are diverse. They've got a lot of different things they do. The fighting is fun. The hitboxes I think could be a little bit better, a little bit glitchy on the hitboxes, but other than that, really impressed with the fighting, the battles, and stuff like that. You can aggro other pals if you're fighting if you're fighting similar ones in the area, you'll aggro others. There's bosses everywhere. There's even special like shiny pals that are floating around here and there that you can find. There's certain pals that only come out at night. Um, it's a lot of fun. When you die, you can set up settings for all of this too. You can create your own world where you can have, more pals in the area, less pals. You can make it harder. You can really change any aspect of it, which I really, really like about that. You can make this game your own, how you want to play it. If you want to make it super hard and grindy for yourself, you can. But on the normal settings, it's pretty user friendly and it's a lot of fun. Um, it's one of those games where when you're not playing it, you're thinking about coming back and playing it, and I really appreciate that with this. A lot of things. I'm really hoping, they continue to build on this. I mean, they've made millions, tens of millions of dollars so far off of this game. 4 million copies times $30. Um, you know, that's quite a bit. So, um, some things, I'd like to see changed or fixed. Like I said, there's just a few bugs here and there, a little glitchy with the NPCs. Hitboxes could be fixed up a bit. Um, but other than that, I think maybe a little bit of diversity on the armor that you can put on and build. Again, I'm really early in this, so who knows? I haven't watched any other videos about it. Um, I do like the fact that things, you have to repair them and they break. That kind of keeps you having to keep up with your stuff again, and you can change all that. But really, I think the the ease of gameplay is a big thing for me here. You don't have to, they're not gatekeeping anyone. You don't have to be super sweaty to play this. You can stop at any time, pick it right back up. You can do multiplayer mode with your friends and have people join your world. I haven't done that yet because I really just wanted to check this out for myself. But overall, super impressed here. The world is huge. The maps are massive. Here you can see me fast traveling, pretty far away from my base, and then just going out and exploring. There's a lot of other little things you can find to upgrade your pals. Um, there's a lot of customization you can do by collecting things called pal souls, improving the stats on your pals, and you can build up your own little fight club there. Uh, so I'm super excited with this game. I'm really excited to see what they do with it. I really hope they keep it up and keep it going. But as of right now, the community feedback has just been phenomenal from what I've seen. Again, there's a lot of hate on, that this is a copy and paste of Pokemon, but I really don't think it is. It's really its own thing, and I don't think Pokemon has a patent on, you know, little monsters in a world. There's plenty of other games like this too. Um, the graphics are exactly what they need to be. The theme of the graphics in the game all match. Um, it's not trying to be too realistic. I don't really like when games are trying to be too realistic, unless the game, high fantasy games that really overdo the realism. I think it's kind of corny, kind of cheesy, and you know, I think they really nailed it here. It's exactly, kind of like World of Warcraft. You don't really need to see perfect trees and everything like that to have the game, be what it can be. The gameplay is fantastic. It's super fun. You can climb anything. I think that's another fun thing. You can jump and climb. You can jump to a climb to get anywhere in the world. Pretty much everything is. You can manipulate anything. You can cut down most trees and rocks and stuff like that. So that's my quick little take on this game. Super fun. Can't wait to play it, and I will definitely continue to make some more videos as I progress in the game.